Hey guys, I want to read you an absolutely brilliant article. You can go below this video, Conservapedia.com, and read it. It's called, Does Richard Dawkins Have Machismo? And notice it shows him here, it shows a bull. It says, if Richard Dawkins finally agreed to debate Dr. William Craig, instead of making pitiful excuses, would Hispanic ladies finally believe Senior Dawkins has machismo? Check this out. It says, is atheist Richard Dawkins a man filled with courage, truth, and conviction, or a man who is a cowardly, pseudo-intellectual panty waste? This is awesome. And it talks about, there's a bunch of people, really famous people, talking about Richard Dawkins. It says, so Mary Kinney thinks that there are more atheist men than women, and this is the result of some sort of attempt at overt manliness on their part. It says she really must try to pay attention to Richard Dawkins, for example, one whom one could hardly describe as being the epitome of machismo. This is so hilarious. It's excellent. It says Senior Dawkins is not the epitome of machismo. Why might this be the case? Was this unfortunate situation caused by nature? Was it caused by nurture? Was it caused by free will? Guys, you got to click below here and go see this article. It's excellent. It says one of the definitions of machismo is an exhilarating sense of power or strength. I think we would all agree Dawkins has none of that. Now, atheism's actually going backwards. Check this out. It says, also, Senior Dawkins, New Atheism campaign has not had much of an impact in terms of gaining new adherents to atheism. In March 10, 2008, a USA Today article, let's go to that page. Okay, here we go. Hold on. I can't drive with this in my hand. And I'm going to give you some freeway time. It says, not long ago, I wrote the American atheism was going the way of the freak show, as books by Christopher Hitchens and other new atheists climbed the bestseller list. So basically, they're talking about how atheism is going the way of the freak show. For example, it says a prime reason for the ineffectiveness of the new atheism, we all know that the new atheism is the Wile E. Coyote of all atheisms, is the shallowness of his material. For example, even atheist philosopher Michael Ruse, so another atheist is putting down Richard Dawkins' book, The God Delusion. He said he's embarrassed to be an atheist. Yes, I used to be an atheist and I became embarrassed and I left atheism. A couple other things. Now, if Mr. Dawkins were strong debaters who were Bible believers, Senior Dawkins could carefully observe how they walked, talked, and how they generally carry themselves. Using this information, Senior Dawkins could learn to act more manly. This article is awesome. Senior Ben Stein displayed mucho machismo when he interviewed Senior Dawkins. Excellent. And then it says, there's these little pictures of the bullfight. It says, perhaps with sustained effort, Senior Dawkins could convince a few prominent atheists to finally have the courage to debate any and all issues. Excellent article. Don't forget to click below this. And of course it says, Dawkins running away from a Dr. Craig debate and a Creation Ministries International debate. Excellent. Okay, so check out that article below. I got a couple of minutes. I might be able to get you on the freeway. You'll see the article below this video. Okay, let's start the bike. And we're off. You know, if you go to Conservapedia, there is more information there on atheism than any of the other encyclopedias. And what I like about Conservapedia is it doesn't just have like a biased approach towards atheism like a lot of encyclopedias will. It actually says everything, the good and the bad. And that's why I like it. Hope you guys are doing great. Let me see if I can put this in neutral so I could rest. There we go. Okay. As you guys know, I used to be an atheist. But one of the things about atheism that really drove me crazy is there really is no intelligence in it. There's no real intellectualism. For example, where is the intellectualism and intelligence in saying that all this just exploded with no creator, just exploded into being, and that when we're dead, we're dead? Where's the ambiguity of that? Where's the humanity of that? So what we're seeing is we're actually seeing atheism like getting the wind knocked out of it. More and more people are, especially with the machismo, more and more people are noticing there is a lack of machismo in Richard Dawkins. I've also seen on other blogs, and you can also see this entire article below, I'm not making up, right down here, I'll put the direct link, where they're calling Dawkins a clown. A clown. And here's my theory on that, if I can tell you what I think happens. Okay. Now hold on, I'm making sure I'm all zipped up my pockets because we're going to get on some very high speeds. Here we go. So I have these little pockets on my side. I'm making sure we're all zipped up. What I think happened is when Dawkins came out onto the public scene and he was a more popular up-and-coming atheist, a lot of people want to be associated with him. And a lot of the atheists. But then what happened is he made a mistake and he opened up his mouth and he started speaking. If you're a prominent atheist, you will find that people start to call you clowns, as in the case of Dawkins, when you open up your mouth and you start speaking. And that's what happened with Dawkins, is he opened up his mouth and he started speaking, and he would say really crazy things. Things that really lacked machismo. For example, he doesn't have the courage to just admit that God exists. Everyone knows it. Do you know that if you combine the UK and the USA, that the majority of that group rejects evolution? Did you guys know that? If you get the USA and the UK and you combine them together, even as a group, it's like less than half of that entire group of the USA and the UK accepts evolution. The majority of them reject it. There was a excellent article in that Conservapedia article. When I went there, I typed in atheism, and you could actually see really the deaths and the wars and the governments that are atheists. For example, China is a official atheistic state government, and they kill people, they arrest people, they even arrest them if they go to a church to have freedom of religion. This is what happens when you let atheism take its reign. So click this article below, and maybe you can find out why Dawkins doesn't have any machismo. Where did it go? Where did Dawkins' machismo go? because it is missing, lacking, non-existent.